One of fall 2024's most anticipated releases, DanDaDan, promised a unique cocktail of supernatural intrigue, eccentric humor, and action-packed sequences. Produced by the renowned studio Science SARU, the series was hyped to be a vibrant, off-the-wall addition to modern anime. However, as the first season unfolded, it became clear that DanDaDan is not for everyone. The story follows the adventures of Okarun and Momo, two teenagers who find themselves entangled in battles against yokai spirits. And aliens. The overarching goal? To recover Okarun's balls, a quest as bizarre as the show itself. While this premise sets the stage for quirky escapades, the narrative is fragmented, with little focus on long-term goals or character-driven storytelling. Episodes often feel self-contained and lack continuity, making it difficult for some viewers to emotionally invest in the story or its characters. The writing in DanDaDan is both its strength and weakness. It stands out by fully embracing randomness, offering a refreshing alternative to formulaic shonen structures. However, this unpredictability comes at a cost. Many episodes feel disconnected, failing to establish a strong central narrative. For example, the first few episodes introduce various elements, yokai, aliens, and romantic tension, without clear integration into a cohesive story. This leaves viewers asking, what's the point of all this? Some fans appreciate the chaotic tone, arguing that it reflects the energy of a younger demographic. Others, however, feel alienated by the lack of structure, describing the plot as all over the place. The series often sacrifices depth for spectacle, which is evident in its reliance on slapstick humor and rapid pacing. While these choices may appeal to younger audiences, they limit the show's appeal to those seeking emotional or thematic substance. One of the anime's undeniable strengths is its visual presentation. The vibrant color palette and fluid animation breathe life into DanDaDan's absurd world. Highlights include the acrobatic Silky episode, which combines innovative cinematography with stunning action choreography to elevate the source material. The dynamic camera angles and color transitions amplify the surreal atmosphere, making even the most bizarre scenes visually captivating. However, these visual highs are contrasted by inconsistencies in non-action scenes. While some frames showcase intricate background art, others feel rushed or lack the polish of the more intense sequences. This uneven quality hints at a prioritization of spectacle over consistency, which can be distracting for discerning viewers. Thematically, DanDaDan explores the intersection of the supernatural and adolescent chaos. Its tone is unapologetically goofy, often prioritizing humor and absurdity over deeper exploration of its characters or world. For some, this light-hearted approach is a breath of fresh air, especially compared to the overly serious tones of modern shonen like Demon Slayer. That said, the lack of thematic depth limits its emotional resonance. Attempts at exploring backstories, such as acrobatic Silky's tragic origins, offer glimpses of potential, but are too few and far between to anchor the series. The show thrives in its eccentricity, but struggles to balance this with meaningful storytelling, leaving a hollow feeling for viewers who expect more substance. The humor in DanDaDan has polarized its audience. While some find its slapstick comedy and absurd scenarios entertaining, others describe it as childish and forced. For instance, the infamous banana scene and the exaggerated antics of Turbo Granny have drawn both laughter and criticism. The over-sexualization of characters, particularly minors, has also been a sticking point. While such fan service may appeal to specific segments of the audience, it detracts from the show's broader appeal and raises questions about its necessity in the narrative. The pacing is another divisive element. Some praise the fast-moving, episodic structure for keeping the story fresh and unpredictable. Others argue that this approach undermines character development and emotional investment. The romance subplot, for example, feels rushed and superficial, with Momo's initial infatuation with Okarun stemming from trivial details rather than genuine connection. This lack of depth makes their relationship less engaging and undermines its potential as a central theme. Dan is an anime that dares to be different, and that's its greatest strength and its biggest risk. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and unapologetically absurd, which might make it polarizing, but it also sets it apart from many formulaic titles in modern anime. While it lacks the cohesion and depth that some viewers may crave, it compensates with stunning visuals, inventive action sequences, and a quirky charm that's hard to ignore. This anime thrives in its ability to be loud, bold, and adventurous. It doesn't shy away from embracing its eccentricity, and for that, it has carved out a space for itself as a unique offering in the shonen landscape. If you approach DanDaDan with the expectation of pure entertainment and an open mind, you'll likely find moments that surprise and delight you. That being said, the anime is not without its flaws. Its fragmented storytelling and polarizing humor may alienate viewers looking for a more grounded experience. Yet, even amidst its shortcomings, DanDaDan showcases an undeniable creative ambition that deserves recognition. It might not resonate with everyone, but it also doesn't have to. So whether you're a fan of vibrant, goofy action or simply curious to see what the buzz is about, DanDaDan is worth at least a try. Because at the end of the day, anime isn't about perfection. It's about expression, experimentation, and finding joy in stories that might not make sense to everyone, but leave a lasting impression on someone.
今からセックスします。やるからよ。めっちゃもっとしゃぶらせろ。